troops are deployed. Not for war, but to pull survivors from rooftops. Sri Lanka and Indonesia are drowning. Cyclone rains have swallowed towns, toppled homes, and taken nearly 1,000 lives across Asia. As nations scramble against the flood, one question hangs in the storm. How many can they save before the water wins? Sri Lanka and Indonesia have deployed thousands of military personnel as both nations grapple with catastrophic flooding that has claimed nearly 1,000 lives across 4 Asian countries in recent days. Separate weather systems brought relentless, extended rainfall to Sri Lanka and Indonesia's Sumatra, as well as parts of southern Thailand and northern Malaysia, triggering landslides, overflowing rivers, and widespread destruction. Arriving in North Sumatra on December 1st, Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto stressed that the government's immediate focus was on delivering urgent aid to stranded communities.
Our priority now is how to immediately send the necessary aid. There are several isolated villages that God willingly can reach.
Indonesia is under mounting pressure to declare a national emergency as the death toll there has risen to at least 442, with hundreds still missing. Yet, unlike Sri Lanka, Prabowo has not publicly appealed for international assistance. The losses mark Indonesia's deadliest natural disaster since the 2018 earthquake and tsunami in Sulawesi that killed more than 2,000 people. To bolster relief efforts, the Indonesian government has deployed helicopters, aircraft, 3 warships loaded with supplies, and 2 hospital ships. However, road access to many areas remains blocked. In Sungai Nyalo village, about 100 kilometers from West Sumatra's capital Padang, residents surveyed homes and farmland coated in thick grey mud as waters receded. In Sri Lanka, the situation remains dire following Cyclone Ditwa. The Disaster Management Centre said on November 30th that at least 334 people had been killed, with many more still missing. Nearly 1 million people have been affected by heavy rains and floods, and almost 200,000 have been forced into 1,275 shelters. President Anura Kumara Dissanayake has declared a state of emergency, calling for international assistance as the scale of the disaster becomes clearer.
We are facing the largest and most challenging natural disaster in our history. Certainly, we will build a better nation than what existed before.
Record rainfall since November 27th has caused multiple landslides in central Sri Lanka, while rivers bursting their banks have submerged entire towns. More than 24,000 police, army and air force personnel are working to reach stranded families. Over 120 people have been airlifted after water breached the Mavil Aru Reservoir Dam, and another 2,000 have been moved to higher ground. In Colombo and its suburbs, floodwaters have trapped dozens of families. In Kelania, residents say aid remains scarce despite state distribution efforts. More than 17,000 people are waiting in temporary shelters. India has expressed solidarity with Sri Lanka, deploying Chetak helicopters from INS Vikrant under Operation Sagar Bandhu to support search and rescue missions. Authorities in Sri Lanka expect floodwaters to recede over the next 3 days as Cyclone Ditwa moves towards southern India.